Joining us right now to talk about enforcement and exactly how the county is going about it is Sheriff Bill Gore. Thank you for being with us, Sheriff. Hope you are staying healthy. We wanted to talk to you about how you are going about that enforcement.
Well, thanks for having me on, Mary, because I think it's important to spread the word to everybody in the county that, send that message. We're all in this together. And for a couple of weeks after the governor's executive order and the public health order were issued, we were trying to educate and get voluntary compliance. Well, last Thursday, as we headed into really a critical time here, I think, for us to be successful and flatten that curve that we've heard so much about, we felt the days of education and voluntary compliance were really over. And there was enough time and information out there that people should have got it by now. So we were going to start issuing citations. We did over the weekend issue, I believe the number was 22 citations. And it's just getting the word. As you know, the governor's executive order and the public health order say to stay at home and only go out on essential errands, whether it's to buy food, go to the pharmacy, get gas for your car, commuting to work if you're in one of those critical areas that still is working. And also, obviously, you have to be able to go outside to walk your dog and maybe walk in your neighborhood. But that doesn't mean get in your car, drive out to the beach, sit there with a group of friends and watch a sunset. That really doesn't qualify as critical travel. So we've tried through, like I say, education and voluntary compliance to get that message out, and that was the main area that we issued citations in this last weekend. It was at the coast.
So, Sheriff, try to get some clarification on who exactly is getting tickets at this point. It sounds like, are these egregious violations only right now?
Absolutely. We're not stopping cars on the freeway and asking if they're on their way to a critical job that they have, or they're on their way to the pharmacy or supermarket. What we're doing is trying to address people in groups that are gathering, like I gave you the example of, at the beach to watch the sunset, which is not an essential part of our life. I know it's very nice, and it probably helps save some people's sanity, but I think we have to take a step back and see, what are we doing this for? It's not to make your life inconvenient. It's to save lives and keep the people ended up in our hospitals and our ICUs from overburdening our healthcare system here. So if we can just stick with this a few weeks more, hopefully we'll manage to get over this hump, and we won't be stuck in this mode for 2 to 3 months. We can get through it in 2 to 3 weeks. That's what we're trying to accomplish. And I have to say, 95% of the people in this county are doing a great job. They get it. We're in this together. But there's a few that just don't. We had a lot of people going up to the mountains this weekend, up to Julian, which is a beautiful little town. But they were going up there with their families, maybe going out and hiking and then coming back into the town to get some food on the way back and congregating around the restaurants. We also had motorcycle clubs and car clubs that did their regular rallies. Those are not essential functions, and that's what we're trying to limit the travel to, is essential functions, and that's the message we're trying to get out.
So it sounds like, if I'm understanding you right, you can go out for a run, you can go out for a walk, but it's those gatherings that we're trying to avoid, and you will likely only be ticketed in those sort of more egregious cases. Absolutely,
and I think the county is strongly encouraging, if you're going to go out and do that exercising, walking your dog in your neighborhood, wear some kind of face protection. As we know that you might feel great, but this virus is spread through the air when you're asymptomatic. You might feel good, but you're still spreading the disease. So that's the purpose for the face mask.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
It doesn't really keep you from getting it. It protects you from giving it to somebody else when you don't think you're sick.
Absolutely. Every little bit that we can do to contribute certainly helps. Sheriff Bill Gore, thank you so much for the time right now.
Thank you, Mary. Thanks for getting the word out.